Do you know what it's the 4-year anniversary of to the day today? It's a 4-year anniversary to the day of this video from back during the 2016 campaign when people believed that Hillary Clinton had pneumonia and conspiracy theories were flowing around. Here is what Donald Trump had to say about her.
But here's a woman. She's supposed to fight all of these different things. And she can't make it 15 feet to her car. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. She's home resting right now. She's getting ready for her next speech, which is going to be about 15 minutes, and it's going to be in 2 or 3 days.
Jokes, that's funny. Maybe not as funny as his joke that you should inject yourself with bleach to cure coronavirus, after tens of thousands of Americans had already died, and he was telling a joke about it, thought it was really funny. Or when he said it affects virtually nobody, it is what it is. A million comments like that we could go through. Some of those admittedly are months ago, but remember what he was saying just a few days ago about masks and how ridiculous they make you look in this video.
Recently, you have cited the issue of waiters touching their masks and touching plates. Are you questioning
no, I think
the
masks
efficacy
are okay.
of
you have
masks?
to understand, if you look, I have a mask right here. I put a mask on, when I think I need it. Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to, but I wear masks when needed. When needed, I wear masks.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say this.
Vice President Biden, go ahead.
He wears a mask because he doesn't want to get or spread coronavirus. Notably, Joe Biden doesn't have coronavirus. So that might be one point in the favor of actually respecting the science. He was the guy at the debate who didn't have the fatal illness and wasn't joking about how stupid you look when you project a sense of actually caring about the science and not wanting to get it for yourself or give it to anyone else. We've got more, but I know I've been going for a while, Brett. This is just a little bit of what Trump has done in this area.
Right, it is so epically perfect. There's a bad, usually, I mean, for me personally, like my whole life, I watched so many movies that I was like, I'd be in an airplane, and as soon as the perfect thing happened, like where in a movie the plane would explode. Like if someone says, someone told me, don't worry, we'll be safe. Like my immediate instinct was, oh my God, this plane is going to explode as soon as that person's done with that sentence. Like the dramatic irony is what drives the world. That's what I thought. And it took me a lot of work to get that instinct to stop paralyzing me from like social situations. Mm-hmm. And just when I do that, John, we have things like on the 4th anniversary of Trump saying that Hillary Clinton is so weak she gets sick from stuff. Trump comes down a day after, literally the day after he mocks Joe Biden for wearing a mask. Someone who in his cabal of idiots who never wears masks, gets diagnosed with the disease that ended up getting him literally sick. Like he is sick. This is not that he's infected with it and he has no symptoms. He has symptoms. And this is not new. Herman Cain's still dead.
Yep.
All of his decisions lead to this kind of stuff, and he never took it seriously. And for so much of his life, this guy doesn't have to suffer any consequences for his horrible actions. It comes down to, if it's sexual abuse or allegations of it, he just pays someone off. If it comes to, if he goes bankrupt, he just files bankruptcy, moves on. Mark Burnett comes in and is like, would you like to, can I reinvent the myth of you as a successful businessman? No consequences for your wildly terrible failures, no consequence. We'll see if and the consequence here is he's sick. Now, the decent messengers on the left are gonna have to do some math here. But the big question is, what are his supporters? And some people have already said this in the Twitch chat. What are his supporters, who are the ones who think this is a huge hoax, thinking right now? One of the answers
I want to save that for a little bit. I do want to have that conversation, but I want to save it for just a little bit. But just finally on the empathy thing, I do think empathy is important. I would argue that for people on the left, empathy is one of the most stressed and focused on and prioritized value in our entire value system. The policies we support are based on the fact that we care as much about other people's lives as we do. So when Ben Shapiro, the guy that every year on Trayvon Martin's, what would have been his birthday, mocks the fact that he was murdered, says I should have empathy, I will point out to him that I actually do. I have empathy for the millions of workers who have contracted COVID because they were forced to go back to work by a government that didn't put in policies in place to protect them, to bosses that prioritize their short-term profits over the lives of their workers. I have empathy for all of the Trump fans that contracted COVID because they believe the misinformation that Trump and Fox News constantly gave them because they didn't prioritize their lives, because they didn't have empathy for them. I have empathy for so many people who have suffered, friends of people who've been sick, families of people who've been sick. At some point though, everyone runs out. And I hope that Trump recovers, and more importantly, I'm sure that he will, as we'll talk about later. But I will not point out that there is no one in the world who has worked as tirelessly to drain the well of empathy for him in this situation than Donald Trump. Literally nobody has done a tenth what he has done to produce the outcome that they perhaps rightfully will attack on social media, the way that libs are acting and all of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.